Hey there, good afternoon. Welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph and I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to rock music. Okay, so today it's Friday Night Live Experience, and today's live experience will be Peter Gabriel Plays Live, an album released in 1983. Okay, so anyways, The Vitals, it was released June 6, 1983 on Geffen Records, 89 minutes, almost 90 minutes long. Produced by Peter Gabriel and Peter Walsh. Appearing live for this concert was Peter Gabriel, lead vocals, piano, and some synthesizers. Jerry Marotta, drums, percussion, and backing vocals. Tony Levin, bass, Chapman stick, and backing vocals. David Rhodes, guitars and backing vocals. And Larry Fast, synthesizers, pianos, and keyboards. Also Peter Walsh and, I can't remember the fourth guy's name. Anyways, those were the 5 musicians on stage to perform this album. It was performed at 4 different concerts over 4 days. I think each side had one of the days. So it starts off with, okay, anyways, it starts off with the rhythm of heat, which comes from, of course, the Gabriel security, some people call it 4. Has this kind of opening surreal sound to it, and kind of an eerie song. This sound that keeps playing over and over again. Anyways, after this song comes I Have the Touch, another song from that same album, recorded live here. I like the handshaking part. Shake those hands, great song. Okay, the next one is comes from Gabriel 3, which is Not One of Us. Another great tune. This album is pretty much perfection when it comes to music. There is not a song on here that I don't at least like. The next song out is Family Snapshot, the one about the Kennedy assassination, of course. Played very well here live. Then we get to DIY, which has that really pounding bass sound to it. I think Tony Levin's at his best on this, one of his best on this album. Then they do Family and the Fishing Net is probably the weakest track for me personally. It's a song I don't dislike, but not really that memorable. Then they do Intruder, boom, 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 really heavy. I love it. And then the one song that was not released on any of the previous albums, that was only released here on the live, I Go Swimming. One of my favorite Gabriel songs. I like it. I just love this song. I just think it just has such a strong bassy pulp to it and beat to it. Just fantastic tune. Then San Jacinto, kind of a atmospheric song, just really capturing the whole essence of the concert, I think. Salisbury Hill is next. That's a song that many people like, and it's I think his first real solo hit. Then we have No Self-Control, which is done really loudly and tastefully on this album as well. Then I Don't Remember. He does do the Tarzan yell on this song. It's not as good as it was on the Gabriel 3, but pretty good song here. Then we have Shock the Monkey, which I think is also a little bit weaker. Doesn't quite have the same grip that it does on the album, but still pretty solid. Humdrum is really good here. I think the version of Humdrum here better than the version of Humdrum on the album. On the Air, same type of thing. It's it has a bigger sound to it than it does on the album, I think. And then he finishes with Stephen Biko, which I think it's more atmospheric than on the original album. Also, sounds larger, sound bigger, all that kind of stuff. Really, really a tasteful song. You know, it has that really, like he really has a good rhythm section for this live album. It comes across really strongly, better than most live albums, I think. There's not a lot of serious guitar bits on this album. I don't really think of guitar solos as being part of Peter Gabriel thing. He's just really good with the music, the beats, the harmonies, and the lyrics and the storytelling. That's his forte. Okay, so after that we have, so the overall feel for this concert is kind of atmospheric. It's large. There's a really strong rhythm section. Guitars are, you know, not as outstanding on this album as you would find on a lot of live albums, but still pretty good, and lots of synthesizers too as well. So if you haven't had a chance to explore this album, it's actually the first Peter Gabriel album that actually has a title to it, and it's called Plays Live. He's got the big face thing on it. I was going to show you the album, but just before I decided to record it, I put it somewhere, and God knows where I did it. It's probably going to show up in 10 minutes after I'm done this. But anyways, I wanted to get this done, so I don't have the album here. I do have all the info and everything set down, and like I said, I really enjoyed this album quite a bit. I played it a lot when I first got it. Not as much now, but I still like it quite a bit. So there you have it. Peter Gabriel Plays Live. And I think most of it was recorded in the US, so I could be wrong here. But I think it was recorded in the US. Anyways, I hope you get a chance to listen to this album. Originally it was a 2-album, 4 sides. Then it became 2 CDs, and they cut back a little bit of the songs. No, there was 1 CD. They cut back a little bit of the music to squeeze it onto 1 CD, and then when they redid it again, they added a 2nd CD and expanded it. And there's a lot of stuff on the new one that never appeared on the original. Anyways, just a fantastic album. Like I said, there's no weak tracks here. I love every single track on this particular album. The Family and the Fishing Net is probably my weakest song. I don't dislike it. It's just not one of the ones it's just not one of my favorite. But everything else I love. It's just fantastic. So there you have it. Peter Gabriel Plays Live. And that concludes my kind of Gabriel week. Having done a look back at Peter Gabriel 3 on Monday. I did a Genesis solo hits, favorite songs from Genesis on my favorites on Wednesday night favorites. And then the live experience here on Friday night. We've chosen Peter Gabriel Plays Live. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Next week we will be doing I may do yet another theme. I'm not sure. I kind of like to do a theme and then do some individual stuff and then go back to the theme. So anyways, I like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And tell me which tracks on here you like the most, which tracks you think are a little bit weak. How do you feel about the album in general as a live album? How do you feel about Peter Gabriel playing live as opposed to playing in the studio? I think he's good at both. I think he's pretty good live, but he also is very good in the studio. He's one of those musicians that's good either way. Some I like live, some groups I like live only, and some I like studio only, but he definitely qualifies for both. So there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and we will talk to you later. So from Prog Monster, this is Murph saying goodbye. Bye.